You stand before the massive iron gates. They loom over you like the entrance to a fortress. The air here tastes of copper and old lightning. You adjust the strap of your bag. This is it, the factory. They say this place builds the future, but you know the truth. They manufacture the past. The heavy doors groan as they slide open. It sounds like a star whale waking from a nap. You step inside. The noise hits you first. It is a low hum that vibrates right in your chest. Steam hisses from brass pipes running along the ceiling. It is warmer in here than you expected. The lighting is dim and amber. It feels like stepping inside an old clock. You walk down the central corridor. Shadows dance along the walls. The floor is a metal grate. You can see gears turning beneath your feet. They are massive things. Some are the size of houses. They grind slowly. You realize they are turning the very foundation of the building. A guide droid whirs past you. It does not stop to say hello. You are just another worker here, a cog in the machine. But you have a specific job. You are a weaver. You create the moments people cherish. It sounds poetic. It is actually just hard work. You reach your station. The desk is cluttered with tools. There are spools of glowing wire. There are pliers and strange lenses. You sit down. The chair squeaks. You pick up a spool. This is raw memory. It looks like spun sugar, but it is stronger than steel. You are ready to begin. You pull a loose thread from the spool. It glows with a soft blue light. The light pulses against your skin. You feel a sudden warmth in your fingertips. It is not just heat. It is a feeling. You close your eyes. You see a sunrise. It is not just any sunrise. It is the first one a child ever remembers. The colors are too bright. The sun is too large. It is perfect. You open your eyes. The thread hums in your hand. This is a high-grade memory. Someone paid a lot for this. You feed it into the loom. The machine clicks as it grabs the thread. It begins to weave it into a fabric. You watch the pattern emerge. It looks like waves on an ocean. You adjust the tension. Too tight, and the memory becomes painful. Too loose, and it fades away. You have to get it exactly right. It is delicate work. You feel like a surgeon, or maybe a bomb disposal expert. One wrong move ruins everything. The loom chatters softly. You wipe sweat from your forehead. The heat in here is rising. You wonder if the ventilation is broken, or maybe it is just the pressure. You finish the first patch. It glows on the table. It is beautiful. You feel a pang of jealousy. You wish you had a memory like that. The sound of chanting drifts from the lower levels. It is a deep and resonant sound. It reminds you of old monks in a mountain temple. But these are not monks. They are the deep workers. They work near the core. You walk to the railing to look down. The pit below is vast. Hundreds of figures stand in rows. They wear heavy protective suits. They are swaying in time with the machines. They speak in unison. Their words are not in any language you know. It sounds like code. It sounds like math made into music. They are shaping the raw data. The sound rises up the walls. It creates a rhythm for the entire factory. You find yourself tapping your foot. It is hypnotic. You realize they are syncing the memories. They are making sure every recollection fits together. If they fail, history falls apart. No pressure. The chant grows louder. The lights flicker in time with the voices. You feel a shiver run down your spine. This place is more alive than you thought. You turn away from the railing. A hand grips your shoulder. You jump. It is an old man. He wears a coat with many pockets. His beard is gray and wild. He looks like he hasn't slept in a week. This is the overseer. He stares at you with intense eyes. He points a finger at the loom. He tells you to be careful. He says memories are dangerous things. You nod slowly. You try to look confident. He does not look convinced. He leans in close. He whispers about the buyers. He says they don't care about the truth. They only care about the feeling. He says they will buy lies if they feel good. You ask him why he stays. He looks at the chanting workers below. He says someone has to keep the engine running. He says someone has to remember the real past. He lets go of your shoulder. He shuffles away. You watch him go. He disappears into the shadows. You wonder what he has seen. You look back at your loom. The blue thread looks different now. It looks fragile. You wonder whose childhood you are weaving. The floor shudders. A deep boom echoes through the hall. It is the heartbeat of the factory. The main engine has cycled. You can feel the pistons moving. They must be colossal. Each stroke pushes power through the walls. The lights brighten with every thump. It is rhythmic and steady. Thump, thump, thump. It sounds like a giant sleeping beast. You can almost hear the factory breathing. The air vents hiss in time with the beat. It is soothing in a strange way. You imagine the engine is a living heart. It pumps nostalgia instead of blood. It keeps the colony alive. Without this place, everyone would be empty. People need their past. Even if it is manufactured, you understand that now. The heartbeat grows stronger. You feel it in your boots. You feel it in your teeth. It is powerful. It drives you forward. You have more work to do, but first, you need supplies. You head toward the storage bay. You pass a door marked restricted. The paint is peeling. The handle is rusted. It looks like nobody has opened it in years. You pause. The overseer's warning echoes in your mind. But curiosity is a terrible thing. You look left. You look right. The corridor is empty. You try the handle. It turns with a screech. You wince at the noise. You push the door open. Inside, it smells of dust and ozone. Rows of shelves stretch into the dark. They are filled with gray canisters. These are not bright like the new memories. You pick one up. The label is faded. You wipe away the dust. It says, "The Great Famine." You frown. You never heard of a famine. You pick up another, the Colony Wars. You were taught there were no wars. You were taught the expansion was peaceful. A cold knot forms in your stomach. These are the erased memories. You realize the factory does not just make memories. It edits them. It cleans the timeline. You put the canister back. Your hands are shaking. You back out of the room. You close the door. You hope nobody saw you. You hurry back to your station. The rhythmic chanting feels different now. It sounds like a cover-up. You sit at your loom. You try to focus on the blue thread. The machine projects a hologram of the memory. You see the child again. You see the sun. But then the image flickers. A line of static cuts across the sky. The child freezes. The sun turns black for a split second. You blink. The image is normal again. You check the connections. Everything is green, dot. But you saw it. It was a glitch. You replay the loop. There it is again. This time you look closer. In the static, there is a shape. It is a shadow. It stands behind the child. It looks like a soldier. You freeze. There were no soldiers in the script. The memory is contaminated. You try to scrub it. The controls do not respond. The shadow stays. It seems to be watching you. Voices approach your station. You quickly shut off the projection. Two figures walk up. They are not human. They are traders. Their skin is pale violet. They wear long, shimmering robes. They look expensive. They look at your loom. One of them points a long finger. He speaks in a clicking language. Your translator buzzes in your ear. He wants to buy the sunrise. He offers a high price. He says his client needs hope. He says hope is rare these days. You look at the spool. You know the memory is flawed. You know about the shadow. You should tell them. But the overseer is watching from the balcony. He gives you a stern look. He wants the sale. The factory needs the credits. The trader leans in. He smiles. His teeth are silver. He asks if there is a problem. You hesitate. You look at the credits on his data pad. It is enough to feed a family for a year. You look at the flawed thread. You hand it over. The trader nods. He does not check it. He trusts the brand. They walk away. You feel sick. You just sold a lie, and a dangerous one at that. You sit there for a moment. You feel the weight of the coin chip in your pocket. It feels heavy. It feels wrong. You turn back to your console. A new command flashes on the screen. Initiate purge. The text is red. You access the details. It is a command to erase a sector. The sector contains memories of the old Earth. the bad parts, the pollution, the overcrowding, the mistakes. They want it all gone. They want a clean slate. Your finger hovers over the button. It's a simple switch. One press and billions of moments vanish. It would be peaceful. No more guilt. No more regret. Just a perfect, shiny history. It's what everyone wants. But you remember the gray canisters. You remember the wars. If you erase the pain, do you erase the lesson? The overseer is not watching now. The choice is yours. The machine hums, waiting. The heartbeat thumps. You pull your hand back. You cannot do it. You type in a bypass code. You save the data to a hidden drive. Suddenly, the lights turn red. A siren wails. The floor shakes violently. The central lattice is waking up. This is not a normal cycle. The core is glowing too bright. It's blinding white. The chanting stops. The workers look up. Fear is on their faces. The machine is acting on its own. It begins to sing. It is not a mechanical sound. It sounds like a choir of ghosts. It is a lullaby. But it is sad. The melody vibrates through the metal. It rattles your bones. The screens around you go static. The shadow from the glitch appears on every monitor. The factory is remembering. It is remembering everything. The doors to the restricted section burst open. Gray canisters roll out. Panic spreads. People are running. The guide droids are spinning in circles. You stand your ground. You need to stabilize the core. You run toward the central pit. The heat is intense. It feels like standing on a star. A figure steps out from behind a pillar. They wear a cloak. They pull back their hood. It is a woman with fiery eyes. She holds a device. It looks like a master key. She shouts over the siren. She says she is with the resistance. She says she has been waiting for this. She says the factory has been lying for too long. She tosses you the key. She tells you to unlock the limiters. She says, let the truth flood out. You catch the key. It is cold metal. You look at the overseer. He is shouting orders. He is trying to stop the flow. You look at the woman. She nods. You make your choice. You run to the main console. You insert the key. You turn it. The machine screams. It is a sound of release. The walls begin to crack. The illusions are breaking. The hologram of the perfect sky flickers and dies. The real ceiling is revealed. It is rusted and old. The beautiful facade crumbles. The fake gold paint peels away. You see the true factory. It is a ruin held together by light. Dust swirls around you. It looks like ancient dreams. The star-born light from outside shines through the cracks. It is harsh but real. The workers stop running. They look around. They see the truth. They do not look scared anymore. They look awake. The woman smiles. She vanishes into the crowd. You are alone at the console. The memories are flying loose. They are like fireflies. Fragments of history swirl in the air. Some are happy. Some are sad. You have to catch them. You have to organize the chaos. You start typing furiously. You are stitching the timeline back together. You grab a strand of war. You attach it to a strand of peace. You show the cause and the effect. You make it make sense. It is the hardest work you have ever done. Your fingers fly across the keys. You are weaving a tapestry of truth. It is not perfect. It is messy. It has jagged edges. But it is real. You connect the drive with the saved data. You upload the old Earth files. You mix the pain with the hope. The core stabilizes. The light turns from blinding white to a soft gold. The song changes. It becomes an anthem. You hit the broadcast button. The signal shoots out. It goes to the transmitters. It goes to the colony. Across the city, screens flicker. The fake news feeds stop. The real history plays. People on the streets stop walking. They listen. They remember. A mother cries as she remembers a lost brother. A man laughs as he remembers a mistake he made. They feel the weight of their lives return. It is heavy, but it is theirs. You watch the monitors. You see the reaction. You see tears of forgotten joy. You see relief. The factory is quiet now. The sirens have stopped. The workers are sitting down. They are watching the screens. The overseer stands by the door. He looks defeated. But then he nods. He gives you a small salute. You step away from the console. Your job is done. The key is still in the lock. You leave it there. You walk toward the exit. The doors are stuck halfway open. You squeeze through. The cool air hits your face. It smells of rain and soil, not copper and ozone. You take a deep breath. It tastes like freedom. You walk away from the factory. You do not look back. The horizon is wide and open. There are untold stories out there, real ones, and you are ready to find them. The world is waiting. You adjust your bag. You start walking. The future is unwritten, and that is exactly how it should be.